you doing? That's good, yeah. Of course, of course. Well, welcome to our facility tonight. We are going to be asking you a array and list and variety of different questions. I hope that's okay. Sure. Now, I must give you a little bit of a warning before we start that not all these questions are going to be particularly easy for you to answer. In fact, we encourage you to take your time to answer these questions. Don't rush your answers. Think about them nice and carefully, as they will, affect your performance today. Is that all fine? Good, good. And I will be recording your answers down here on my laptop. And I must say a quick disclaimer again that this session will be recorded with my microphone, if that's more than okay with you. We keep everything strictly confidential between us and our clients. But if that's all good with you, do you have any questions before we start? Questions for me? No, okay. Well, in that case, we will just get started. Let me just open up a new document for you here. Okay, so first up, I'm just going to be getting some background information about yourself. First and foremost, can I get your first and surname, please? And is that okay? Have you ever been known by any other names, or do you have a middle name? Okay. That's no problem. And could I get your date of birth, please? And do you know what day of the week that was? No, okay, let me do a quick check for you. Bear with me a second, these things can be tricky to work out. Okay, so it looks to be a Wednesday. Does that ring a bell? Okay, now just a few more things about yourself. What height are you? Sure. I could tell. And how much do you weigh, or the last time that you weighed yourself? Yep. That's no problem, don't worry. Okay, so with all that out the way, I think we'll get on with some of our questions here. So, first up, do you believe in any god, or are you religious? Yeah. Okay, no, I understand. What job do you currently have, if any? Oh, really? Okay. Sounds interesting. And what's your annual salary at this job? Around about there, yep. Have you received any bonuses within the past year that you know of? And how much were they accumulated to? Now, with regards to this, do you have any loans or debts or anything that you currently need to pay off? Whether it be a mortgage or... Yep. Sure. And what's your current credit score, or the last time you checked your credit score, what was it round about? Okay, no, everybody's credit score is gonna be slightly different. I understand that. Okay, so we're going to move into the relationship side of topics. Firstly, are you currently in a relationship? Oh no, I'm sorry to hear that. Do you mind me asking how long did the relationship last? Did you break up with them, or did they break things off with you? Were you unhappy in this relationship? Do you think it might have been your fault that they broke it off with you? Okay. I have a few questions coming up about your childhood. So, firstly, where did you attend your first school? No, I've never heard of it. Must be a great school, though, after hearing about your job. And how old were you when you got your first kiss? Okay, it's quite old, but fair enough. Do you have any embarrassing memories from your childhood that you might be able to tell me a little anecdote? You know, maybe something that happened when you were in school, something that maybe happened on holiday, happened at a family party or dinner or anything like that. Okay, let me just note this down. Oh, really? I can't even imagine. Right, okay, that was very interesting there. Next question. Do you have any guilty pleasures, and if so, what are these guilty pleasures? Oh, yeah, I mean, I quite like doing that too, so. Wow, okay, no. I mean, I won't judge. That's one thing that is part of our confidentiality rules here, that we are not meant to judge. Despite me saying about your first kiss being quite old. I'm just kidding. Next up, I was just wondering, what would you say you are, most self-conscious about? Okay, yeah. That's quite a few things. You can stop there. Don't worry. Do you have many friends? Okay, how often would you say you go out with your friends, whether it be partying or whatever it is you get up to? Sure. And when was the last last time you threw up at a party? Okay. I see, I see. Let's see, next up. How would you say your sleeping pattern is? Is it any great? Do you get enough sleep? Sure, yeah. How many hours would you say? Okay. Do you listen to ASMR at all to help you sleep? Yeah, it's great, isn't it? Have you ever watched Dido ASMR? Yeah. Are you subscribed? You're not subscribed. You have to subscribe. Not subscribed, but will subscribe. Okay. Do you often have nightmares? Okay, what was the last nightmare you can recall? Wow, that's really something right there. Speaking of, nightmares and things, what would you say is your biggest fear? Do you want to give me an example? Sure, sure. Okay, next up. What are your political beliefs and who did you vote for in the last election? I see. What would you say is your biggest regret in life at the moment? Okay. Wow. That's very interesting. So at this point, the next question is going to be, have you lied to any of the questions that I have asked so far? And did you lie to that question just there? What was the first thing you noticed about me personally when we began this session today? Oh, really? I must say, it's one of my charms. Okay, next up, getting back to the normal questions. When was the last time that you cried? Do you remember what it was about? pleasure. Yeah, that's a great goal. Okay, next up, what is your body count? And which of your family members do you speak to the least? Yeah, what's their name? Okay, you thought that question there was going to go a different way. I can see. Okay, so are you allergic to anything? What's your biggest turn on and turn off? Start with, is that your turn off? Oh no, that's your turn on. And your turn off. Right. Okay. Have you ever been in hospital before? Do you mind me asking what that was for? Well, I mean, I should say that to every question, but what was that for? It happens, unfortunately. I'm very sorry to hear that. Hope everything's okay now, though. Good. Okay, going back to kind of your childhood, have you ever failed an exam or, underperformed in a test? Yeah, we all have. Well, I haven't, but otherwise I wouldn't have this job, but most people have at some point. A bit of a funny one next. Have you ever not made it to the toilet in time? I shall ask no more. When is a time that you felt most scared in life? Okay. I see. Right. Now I must, before I say this next question, reiterate our confidentiality rules here. None of this will be reported to any authorities, whether that be the police, the government, or any kind of power authority here. But this next question is, have you ever committed a crime? Not that you know of. Because there's a lot of things that are considered crimes that you might not know of. Are there any? Are you sure? You can trust me that this will go nowhere than stay within this office. I thought so. Tell me about it. Okay. Oh no, of course. You don't need to worry. It's okay. Okay. We'll move on. How about that? Have you ever been stopped by the police? Sorry, I had to ask that. That was just a joke. Do you plan on having children when you're older? Oh, okay. Speaking of which, what are your views on abortion? Who do you think should pay on the first date? And for the last question we have tonight, what do you want to be remembered for or as? Sounds great. So, with every end of session, I must quickly say that if there's any questions you feel you may have not answered honestly, now is the best time to let me know, because as I have them up before we have submitted them off, then we can go back and change any of the questions. So, do you have any questions that you would like to change your answer to, or may have changed your mind about? Yeah. Which? Okay. The one about how old you are when you had your first kiss. Let me go back to that. Oh yeah, there we go. Okay. Sure. Any more questions you want to go back and change your answer to? No, that's it. Okay, great. Well then what I will do is I will send this off. There we go. And that should get processed, and we will look at all your answers here and see if you have answered them appropriately, and we'll let you know what your results are from there on out. But I must say thank you very much for coming down today. I hope all the questions weren't too personal for you, and if you would like to come down on another day, we do have a new set of questions every single day. Would you like a card? Sure. Where did I put it? Okay, I'm not too sure where I've put it, but my assistant will hand you a card on the way out if they've got any, and let us know if you want to come on down again. Sure, no problem. Thank you very much. Hope to see you again soon. Thank you.